What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Sevyn The Sag, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
I stay in my lane, but the issue became a new hobby. I'ma get in, clean me on spot. If I cut you off, I know that you're sorry.
All right, we got the coolest with us off the porch today, Sevyn The Sag. How are you feeling?
Great. I'm amazing. What's up, everybody?
Okay, so you did mention earlier that you're still working on yourself and still growing. So what would you say are like some things that you are trying to grow from?
I had to work on like my temperament. I try to be a different person now from like how I was growing up. So like people who watched me on Blue Girls Club, you'll see like the real side of me. Like that's like the person I really want to be in a sense. Like just goofy all the time. You know, I don't really like bothering people unless they bother me. Right. But I just had to work on like my temperament. I had to work on my communication. I do have a tendency to like shut down a little and not express myself. And then when I do express myself, it doesn't come out the way I want it to. So I want to say that's it. Yeah. I'm only 21. I'm young and turned.
You're only 21?
I'm only 21.
Girl, what?
I say it with so much joy.
Like, oh, I love it. Now, let's take it back into your upbringing, because I know you're from the DMV area, but Maryland to be specific. So talk about what part of Maryland you're from and like what it was like for you growing up there.
So I am from Anne Arundel County. A lot of people don't know where that is. It's close to Baltimore. It is still close to DC too. It's right in between. So a lot of people, it's a military base. A lot of people that move over that area are from Baltimore, DC, PG. So it's just like a bunch of different people, and you have people coming from all over in one spot. So it's like, I'm really versatile as a person. It taught me to be like super versatile. You could kind of tell by the way I talk too. I don't really sound like I'm from the DMV necessarily.
You
like,
don't.
People are like, where are you from? And I'm like, oh, the DMV. They're like, I don't hear that. I don't know what I hear, but not that.
Yeah. So what would you say, at what age did you start to discover life on your own?
I want to say when I was about 14, 15. That's kind of when I just got into high school, really started getting into like boys. I was already into them, but that's when I really started getting into them, you know. And then I was going through friendships, you know, you think you could be friends with people from middle school all the way through high school. You start losing those friends, you start making new ones. I want to say high school, definitely, like 14, 15, high school, that whole experience was all me.
Like, did you have any like in high school? I would say I learned some of my biggest lessons in high school. When I was in high school, for whatever reason, we was jumping off the porch. In high school, we were. So what would you say were like some major lessons that you learned just throughout that time?
Whew, you know, a lot has happened to me. Like, I did get arrested when I was in high school.
Really?
I did get shot when I was in high school. So it's like, I told you I was a hothead. Like, I was with all that. So it was like, I had to just grow up. Like, you can't keep getting in trouble. I wasn't just one of those girls that got in drama. Like, I was getting arrested and doing stuff I shouldn't have been doing. Like,
Wow.
So it was just kind of like, I just had to grow up.
Yeah.
I learned a lot. Like, I feel like I've been through more than like other females have, because I'm a tomboy. So it's just like, I just had to just check myself. I learned many lessons. I could go on for days.
Wow. And when you say that you had got shot in high school, was that like a breaking point for you? Like, okay, I got to get it together.
If you want me to be honest, no. It was actually when I was on house arrest and I came back home and I was trying to stay out of stuff, and people were like people could see I really wasn't trying to be in stuff. Like, okay, you got it. And it was like, they were using that to their advantage, and I kept getting into stuff, and it's my senior year, and I'm like, I'm so tired of this. Like, I'm so tired of like fighting and drama and all of this. And it was just like, what it was just another like bullet point on and this is why, you know, you need to chill out. Like, it was like me getting shot and going to jail. It didn't really hit me how it should have, I'm gonna be honest. It didn't hit me till I came back. And it was just like, get it together.
Wow. And what were your parents thinking when all this stuff was happening to you?
They weren't surprised. Like, of course they were like concerned about me, but the type of kid I was, they weren't surprised. Like, and the people I was dealing with, it wasn't really a surprise. Now to my friends' parents, nope, it wasn't a surprise to them either. Nobody was surprised other than the people who didn't really know me.
Yeah.
And then even the people who didn't really know me and just knew of me, they even wasn't surprised. I did tweet it too. So, you know, y'all gonna be saying free me because I'm about to go to jail. And then I went to jail.
Oh my God. Now, would you say like getting into the trouble that you did get into, would you say it stems from your environment or was it more so out of curiosity?
I will say I'm the only child. So I do treat my friends like family. So being that my first group of friends was a bunch of boys in elementary school when I first like came around Anne Arundel County, it was like, I was already a tomboy. I wore Spider-Man boxers and stuff. Like, I was a tomboy. I was a tomboy. My mom used to force me to wear dresses. So it was like, I would say it was an environmental thing, but it was just me being curious. I knew in my head, like, you're young, live. I think that's the Sagittarius in me. I'd be like, I don't care. I'm with it.
Yeah.
What y'all trying to do? Whatever. I don't, I'll come up with the ideas, but for the most part, I just be with it.
Right. Now you have the angel number 777 on your chest, and I noticed that they're also on your Instagram, like highlights. So what is the significance of that number to you?
Okay, so my birthday is December 7th. 7 is my lucky number. I do, believe in God. I'm religious. I don't really go to church and stuff like that, but me and God have our own relationship. And 7 days out the week, 7 was the perfect number. So that's why there's 7 days out the week, basically. And I am a dancer, so that's where the name came from.
Okay, so we got to talk about that. Now, the dancing life, everybody be cracking jokes like, oh, I see how much the strippers make. Like, I want to be in that life. But for you, you got to talk about your journey with that and like the things you've experienced as a dancer.
So I started dancing because I was homeless in high school my senior year. So I was using the money from the club to pay for me to stay like at a Motel 6. Now I had a car, but I was like, I'm tired of sleeping in my car and I can't keep waiting for a paycheck to get paid. So I need to figure something out. So I was like, the moment I turned 18, that same week I was in Baltimore, like, time to work. And I've been at that same club ever since. I've seen it go through like 4 or 5 different managements already.
Really?
Yeah, so it's just like, but it's a lot. Like a lot of people who are like dancing, a lot of them are doing it for a reason. Like nobody just wakes up and they're like, I want to go dance, It's like I'm going through a lot. I need fast money right now. These problems I have need to get handled today or tomorrow. So it's like, I started like that. Even to this day, I don't like it. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I would never, ever be talking to someone and they're going through something and I'd be like, go dance. But if you come to me and you ask me, hey, I want to start dancing, oh, I'll give you the whole rundown. I got you, girl. You need some dance shoes, starter kit, I got you real quick.
Yeah.
But it's like, I would never tell anybody because it takes a lot. Like, it's a lot. You have to have a lot of confidence. Like, my confidence still, to this day, sometimes I'd be like, because people have their types. They come in and, they might like only the BBL body. They might only like the natural body. They might only like a certain skin tone. Like, there's so much to it. girls with no makeup, girls who do especially the club I work at, it's pretty versatile. So I feel like people like my club because you could come in there and really, it's like walking in a candy shop, all different types. So I just be feeling like it's so much to it. It is. The money's good. I wouldn't recommend it, but get it how you live. At the end of the day, that's not all I was doing. I was dancing, lashing, door dashing. I'm just a hustler. So it depends on how other people are, So.
Now, as a dancer, well, not as a dancer, but from the outside looking in, we see, of course, all the money that you guys make. You guys, y'all get to look pretty, dance, and make money from that. But what would you say are the challenges that we would never know that goes on behind the scenes with dancing?
There's bad nights, there's bad weeks, there's bad months, actually. You could be going in there Sunday to Sunday. And that whole week, you probably only made $1,700, maybe less. I've had a really bad night where, at the end of the day, you have to pay to work too. I don't know if you guys know this night, depending on what club you're going to, that could range from, I don't know states, I only have danced in, Maryland, and I tried to dance in LA one time. In LA, it was $125 tipping. I want to say at my club, it's $90 to $100. Before they raised the prices, around $80. You pay to get in, and you cannot make that money back. It could be nobody that comes in the club that night at all, and nobody made money. And it's dang, my car note is due on Wednesday. It's Sunday. And the one thing I will say about being a dancer, you get this mentality of, oh, I'll get it back. So the money you make, you spending. We spend our money just the same way these dudes do.
Right.
We go out to the clubs, pop bottles, we with that too. So it's just we have the mentality of, oh, we'll get it back because we know how the club can be. And it's sometimes it's not good to be like that. But don't get me wrong, not everyone's like this, but this habit can be formed.
Yeah.
And you just be spending, just overspending, not managing your money correctly.
I was a waitress, I was moving just like that. I'm
you just be look, I ain't got no, especially if you have no children, it's what? Oh yeah, I'm getting these shoes, I'm getting this drink, I'm buying this food. Why not?
Right.
Why not? Especially if I got a little something in my savings, oh yeah, why not? So it's just I want to say that's definitely you form different habits. I did form an alcohol problem at one point. Because it got to a point where I'm I can't be in here sober. I don't like dancing. So I do it because the money. So I'm I have to be drunk. So I want to say that was something else that was a challenge that I know a lot of other dancers face. And if it's not alcohol, some people just, smoke weed or they do both or other things to help them just get through the night because none of us want to be here.
Right. Do you still have the alcohol problem, or you kind of toned it down a little bit?
I still drink.
Yeah.
I'm not an alcoholic.
Yeah.
But if you pass me a drink, I'm not gonna deny it.
When it comes to drink, I'm
gonna take it every time.
Now I want to ask you, with you pursuing music, do you feel like that's gonna be your gateway to kind of leave the dancing world?
Yes, in a sense. That's why, and honestly, I want to say this too. I like dancing because it gives me enough freedom to work on my music and stuff like that. If I had a job, I would have had to call out and get improvement before I came here. They might not have approved. They might have got fired because I still came. I was gonna still come. But it's just stuff like that. I want to say I am hoping that my music gets me out of a lot of things, out of a lot of problems, not even just dancing, just the way I'm living, all of that.
Now, okay, so we're gonna get into you being on Blueface's, what is it? I always mix it up and be like, I just say Blueface Bad Girls Club, but isn't it Blueface Club, right?
No, Blue Girls Club.
Blue
It's
Girls.
literally like Bad Girls Club, but blue.
Okay, so I just messed it up. So Blue Girls Club, Blue Girls Club. How did that opportunity come your way?
So I snuck on the show.
How did you sneak on the show?
I'm just a crisscross applesauce. So, again, the Sag and me, basically we had auditions or whatever. I was friends with the girl Chrisean Rock. Well, we're still friends now, but just at that time we weren't really like speaking and whatnot. So I want to say I did auditions or whatever. In my audition, I did a little handstand and my wig came off. And I just got back up and I just put my wig back on. And Blue posted it on his Instagram page, but he didn't pick me for second rounds of auditions. So at first I was, taking the L on the chin. And then something just came over me one day and I was like, I'm ready to go. I was supposed to go to Puerto Rico. I literally switched my flight to Cali from Puerto Rico. They just so happened to be the same exact price. I mean, the same exact price. I switched it from Puerto Rico to LAX. I was like, all right, it was only a flight available for me to get out there a day before. So I get out there a day before. My plan was, mind you, I said I was friends with Chrisean. We weren't talking at this time, but when we were talking, I did end up getting, it was like her address type of thing to her house. So I was like, maybe I don't know what I was thinking. Like, y'all, I had no plan. Like, I really didn't. I had no plan. It was just like, just go. And I was like, all right. When I got to my hotel, I'm like, okay. I didn't know the difference between Cali time. And that was my first time traveling by myself, too.
Yeah.
That was my second time being on a plane ever in my life. It was just so, like, nerve-wracking a little bit, but I was like, I'm ready, whatever. It was either you're gonna get on, he gonna send you home, or I don't know. So basically, I go to the airport. Mind you, didn't know the difference between Cali time and my time from the DMV. So I go to the airport at 9 a.m. I really didn't have to go to the airport until 12.
Girl, you was there so
I'm
early.
going off our time, so I'm like, okay, they said 12, so maybe they're saying like 9 my time, so let me go 9 o'clock. I get there at 9 o'clock, I'm just sitting around like, oh, what are you gonna do? I'm like, maybe I'll see somebody and I'll like tag along with them. So I see this one girl from the show, and I'm like, hey girl, hey. She's like, you on the show? I'm like, yeah, but my phone is dead. So where we gotta go? Like, can I come with you? Cause my phone dead. She took me all the way to the bus.
Are you serious?
She took me all the way to the bus. I'm on the bus having like, I was like kind of quiet. Like, like I have a really outgoing personality. So I was like, twerking with everybody a little bit, but then when Blue came, I like sat down. It was real quiet.
Did Blueface notice you like right then and there? Like,
let me tell you what happened on the bus. Someone came in and was counting and said, it's too many girls, but I don't maybe Blue literally says out his mouth, maybe I got drunk and invited somebody else on accident. I don't know. But mind you, he's not even thinking it's me though. Like, he saw me and it was like, he looked at me a little weird, but it was like a glance. Like, he was just like, and then kept, like.
Were you nervous?
I was like, oh my gosh, I'm about to get caught. That's all I kept thinking. And in my head, I was like already like reciting the argument I was gonna have of like, dude, I'm here, you might as well let me stay. You didn't even book my flight, I got my own flight. Like, I was already planning how I was gonna walk him down into letting me stay. But he honestly just respected it and let me stay. Like, he figured out I wanna stay day 2.
Wow.
Cause somebody, I think his cousin was like, he was just kept looking at me and I was just like, so I was giving it away a little bit because it was like, I was so quiet. And he was just like, are you supposed to be here? And I just started laughing because I couldn't help it. And then that's when it like confirmed what Blue was thinking. And then They were like, go tell the cameras what you did.
Oh my God. Now with Blueface's shit, how do you say it again?
Blue Girls Club.
Blue Girls Club. I think with Blue Girls Club, a lot of people had a negative connotation when it came to it because, of course, they see y'all fighting and it's a little crazy, it's a little wild. But for you, what was that experience like?
That's the most genuine reality TV you will ever see. Like, seriously. I want to say, like, I love the experience. I can't like sit and act like I didn't like it. I didn't have fun. I didn't make connections and meet, you know, new people and stuff like that. Like, and when people ask me like, oh, why'd you get the tat? Like, did you have to get the tat? Like, no, I didn't have to get the tat.
Oh, you did get the tat?
Yeah.
Where's yours?
Mine's is right here.
Oh my God.
So, hey, I was about to get it back here.
I remember that, like, I'm seeing all of y'all get the tat, and I'm like,
you know, they were trying to make it seem like it was some R. Kelly stuff. It's not, bro. Blue is not like that. Like, he is not like that. Like, people was trying to make it seem like it was like some R. Kelly shit.
Like,
y'all were being, it's like, bro, we all grown ass women at the end of the day. We knew what we was walking into. We brought ourselves, like, we could go home. Like, it's not that, like, it wasn't what people was trying to make it seem like at all. Like, and I want to say, like, anyone, if he does do the show again and like someone does go on it, you will really see it. You be like, damn, because even before I knew Blue, I was kind of thinking that kind of to myself, like, what they got going on over there? But I was like, something in me was just like, nah, he cool. He might be cool. And I was like, I'm gonna just go. Because there's no way a bunch of grown women gonna sit around. Somebody, like, come on now. I don't think nobody care how much money you have. You gotta be some type of cool. Right. Like, seriously. So, it was a great experience though. 8 out of 10. It's not a 10 out of 10 only because I got into a fight and I really didn't want to. Like, I would have went the whole season without fighting, y'all. Leave it up to me. And honestly, a lot of my friends and people who know me back home was really surprised. Like, I thought you was gonna be in there popping off. I'm like, no, I don't start stuff. That's messy. But.
Now, you know, with the other reality TV shows, when they fight, you know, they just go at it. But I know you guys went down to the ring. Would you say that that was way more like, I don't want to say beneficial, but would you say?
I hated them gloves.
Hated the gloves?
I stood very firm on my fuck those glove campaigns until I couldn't no more. Like, seriously, like, the only reason why I got in the gloves is because I fought the girl twice already with my bare hands. So I'm like, all right. And then I'm not gonna lie, my friend did tag team her. Like, I was fighting her at first, I pushed her, and it's someone else. And I was like, oh, okay. And I backed up, I let them fight. I was like, she wasn't ready for you, but I let them fight, you feel me? And it was just like, when she got up, she was like, y'all jumped me. I'm like, I didn't jump you, but if it was me, I would want my one. So we could go get in the gloves. Right. I was like, I really like, I don't fight people just cause like, how do I say, like, I'm really like, not like I'm really a fighter, but like, I don't do it for like cameras and people. Like, all right, me and you got a problem, and either I'm really mad or you're really mad, and one of us want to solve this problem. Like, I don't care if it's just me and you in the bathroom, dude. Like, I don't need no crowd, none of that. So it's just like, I'm that type of person. So I'd be really big on respect too. Like, it was the principle for me. And I was like, I don't be jumping and tag team and all that stuff. So I was like, you know, I got you. We could go downstairs, but fuck them gloves.
Now, how did you deal with all the women in the house with so many girls? Like,
same way I work at a strip club. Like,
true.
I mean, I'm like a very versatile person. Like, I'm also like I know who I am in a sense. So like, I really don't be worried about other people and what they doing. Like, I be chilling.
Right.
I'm real like, okay, I know who I am.
Now, I do want to ask, because I know you and Chrisean have like a really cool friend dynamic, but also we got to talk about the YouTube video whenever you guys were getting arrested. So what happened with that?
So, You want to know about the video, like what was going on in the car?
Yeah,
right?
like, because I see, and that was my first time ever seeing that video, and I watched it, and I'm like, is this Chrisean and Sevyn? Like, what are they doing? And I clicked on it. I'm not gonna lie, like, I was like, what in the world?
I mean, when I watched it, I was laughing so hard myself. I'm not gonna lie. And I was like, I feel like I shouldn't be laughing at this. Like, but it was just so funny. Like, I be saying we like the black Snooki and JWoww, but
Y'all really, now that you said that, yes. And Chrisean is like the JWoww.
she's
like the.
You know what's so funny? Snooki is a Sag, and JWoww is a Pisces, and I'm a Sag, and Chrisean's a Pisces.
Literally.
So I was like, somebody said it in the comments, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm forever gonna take that and say that now.
Now, what happened?
So of course, everybody know about the taking the car thing or whatever. Some people may know she had a friend with her. That was me. And basically, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It was my fault we got pulled over because I never drove from Cali to Baltimore.
And y'all had the car.
Yes, and then it was it was taking like 180 per fill up. Or more, like dang near $200 per fill up, I want to say.
Wow. Wait, if I'm not mistaken, was it Blueface's car? Or okay, y'all took Blueface's car. Y'all are crazy.
So we basically, I didn't go stop at the toll. We got pulled over. The tags, I mean, the car was reported stolen, so everybody was trying to make all these theories up, and I'm like, no. I just got pulled over and I was driving. I'm sorry. Like it was just that. Like I'm the driver, the car is stolen, you gotta go to jail. Like, come on.
Oh my God.
So when we were sitting in the ár, it was just like, she's been, I wanna say, locked up before, but she's never, been through processing and all that other stuff, It's been like, all right.
You guys went through processing like the real thing.
We went through
for that incident.
everything. So I want to say it was just a friend in disbelief, and then you had me like, I don't be taking nothing serious. So it's like, it was a time like I shouldn't have been laughing, but like, it's like you're with your friend, like, and it's crazy because we kept saying like, we might get caught, right? You know that, right? Like, we just kept talking about it. Like, we're going to probably get pulled over and get caught.
How far did y'all make it before y'all got pulled over?
We made it to Oklahoma. We was halfway there. We had drove for 24 hours already. We had another 24 to go.
Wow.
We was driving non-stop. We didn't
Y'all got
stop.
locked up in Oklahoma?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no.
You know that's a sundown town? I went through a whole nother situation when I got locked up. When they let me out.
Whoa.
So Blue dropped the charges from, the grand theft charge. And Chrisean took all the charges. So basically, I didn't have no charges. So when he dropped it, they had no other option but to let me out by myself. So.
Wow. How long were y'all in there for?
I was only in there for 4 hours, and honestly, I was so glad that I got out in 4 hours. They brought us nachos for lunch, and I was like, who is this about to fill up? Like, and I went to jail before, so I was expecting a certain type of like decorum. Yeah. I was like, what is this?
Oh my God, that's crazy. You didn't live the life, girl. You lived a life, okay?
I was expecting a whole different type of decorum. Like, I thought it was gonna be like, I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting like the classic little rice with the gravy and chicken little thing they be doing.
Girl, you in Oklahoma, they said.
They said nachos and salsa. Oh, and y'all can get a hot dog.
Oh, yeah, no.
And then the chips for the nachos was like sea salt.
Ooh,
it was awful.
Oh my God.
And it was okay. Like, me and Chrisean were like, okay, because we were in there together. Like, we're in there, and y'all, she wanted to share a bed. Like, mind you, in a bed, the bed's literally like probably from right here to right here.
Right.
She's like, me and Blue would do it. I'm like, listen.
It's at the time and place.
So we put we took our mats off and put them on the floor and pushed them together. Yeah,
That's cute.
We're that attached to the hit though. Like,
yeah.
we really are that attached. Like, she's like my sister, like literally. So it's like, she's like, I don't want to sleep by myself. So when I left, it was like, I know she was feeling exactly what I was feeling. Like,
Right.
I'm in here by myself. And I'm like, I'm out here by myself. And then I went to Cali back to, stay or whatever. And I'm trying to wait for her. I couldn't do it. And then I couldn't take like the pressure from like fans and stuff. Like, it was so much going on. I'm like, y'all, I gotta go home.
Girl, I'm telling you. Now, just looking back at all of the life that you lived, like, in your brain, do you ever just go back? Well, in your mind, do you ever just go back and be like, damn, I wish I would have did this a little differently, did that a little differently? Or you live life with no regrets?
No regrets. It's like, I take everything as a learning lesson, All you could do is not do it again. Like,
Right.
I never stole a car before. So I'm not gonna, steal one again. Like,
Right.
I did it. I got out of it. Thank God. I'm never gonna do that again.
Oh my God.
So it's like, I will say, don't get me wrong. I'm trying to learn to not be hard-headed. Like, I shouldn't have to get into situations to be
learn,
like,
yeah.
don't do this again. I try to be like, oh, that don't look like that's about to end well.
Right.
But no, I will say, that situation with me and her was just, it was a lot going on. It was a lot going on. It was like again, she like my sister, so I was feeling what she was feeling, and I don't play with my friends.
Yeah.
So it was like, I didn't care. I couldn't even think correctly. Like, honestly, I be having more smoke about my friends than I do about myself, for real.
Yeah.
So it's like, I couldn't really think straight.
Right. Now we gotta get into your music. I'm excited to talk to you about your music because I got to listen to it and I could tell that you are an artist that really knows how to navigate in all the genres, like all the lanes. So starting off, when would you say you really discovered your passion for music?
I kept going to the studio. Actually, you know what? Let me not lie. You want me to be 1,000% honest? I actually went to performing arts school in middle school.
Wow.
So I went to it's a PVA, performing visual arts. Yeah, there we go. So I want to say when I was in like elementary school, I always knew I wanted to like. At the time, I thought I wanted to sing. I could sing. I can't sing no more. I could harmonize, but I could sing back then. And so I was so hell-bent on, I was so hell-bent on, I'm going to be a singer. Went to performing arts school. I left out of there because it was like, the environment wasn't, it was majority like a white school. And again, I get down with the get down.
Right.
But I was actually dealing with stuff from like teachers, not my peers. So it was like, all right, I'm gonna just get out y'all school because y'all clearly don't want me here. And I kind of like, I want to say in middle school, ninth grade, when I was about 14, 15, I started like freestyling in my room and stuff. And that's when I knew I could like remix a song at the time. Like I would just have fun, like remixing like Shy Glizzy songs, stuff like that. Just little songs like Icy Girl by Sweetie. I rewrote that in my like own little way. I used to do that a lot. And then I started going to the studio with my ex-boyfriend's friends. And they didn't make bad music or nothing like that. It was just, man, they'd put a certain beat on, and I'd be like, man, if you don't hit this the way I'm thinking about that in my head, I'm gonna be so upset. And they wouldn't do it. And they'd have sessions where, they just making songs, playing around, not even serious. And I'd be like, I wanna try. Nobody was taking me serious, so I just took it upon myself. I'm like, all right, fuck y'all. I'm about to show you something real quick. And then that's what it's been like. And then that was only a month before I went on Blue Girls Club. So I only had one song when I went on Blue Girls Club. So I wasn't that confident in my music, and everybody was hyping me up. I'm like, okay, I'm not that bad then, huh?
Right. Now, when did you start to gain that confidence with your music?
I want to say it was definitely when I went on Blue Girls Club. I want to say I was in the car with, everybody, don't get me wrong, everybody was already hyping me up a little bit, like the other females in the house, but I didn't know necessarily like if they have a good ear or not, so it's like, y'all might really hear it, or y'all might just like this particular song, you might not know, whatever, but Blue just had my song saved in his library, and I want to say, what is his name? He's a producer. I forgot his name. Bankroll Gotit. That group.
Yeah.
Blue took us to the studio. It was just crazy how all this is happening. My song played in the car on the way to the studio, and I was like, "You got my song in your playlist?" He like, "Yeah, fuck with it. It's hard for real. Like, you need to keep going." So I was like, "Okay, that's number one." It was like ding, one. That was one. It was like half a ding when they was hyping me up, but it wasn't a full ding. And then when we got to the studio, and then Bankroll Gotit was like, it was really him. Like, he really like, kind of like, no, you need to keep making music. You have a sound. Like, he's like, this is your first song? I'm like, this is my first song ever. He's like, I've never heard nobody make their first song, and it's just like something that
Wow, so your very first song that you actually recorded was during the show?
No. That was my second song.
Second song. Oh, wow.
I went home and made 2 more songs. And then I dropped those like in the same month. And then I want to say, yeah, it was them. It's like 3 of them that all work together, really. Like, it's Bankroll Gotit isn't specifically just one person. It's like 3 or 4 of them or something like that. But yeah, they was hyping me up. They was making me, head went, big head.
And after that, how would you say you really kept yourself motivated? Because, like, once you leave the house, you don't have those same people around you, like, motivating you to continue to make your music.
It was the fact that I liked it. If you want me to be honest, like, I've always had a passion for music. Like, me now, I'm like, oh, you've been listening to, like, I grew up listening to Kendrick Lamar, SDA, Missy Elliott, 2 Chainz, Kanye West, Jay-Z. Really, I listened to Jay-Z a lot, and Lil Wayne. Like, those were like, so it's like me being older now, I'm like, not you already had good taste in music.
Right.
Like, I always really been, like, I know real music. Even sometimes the music I make isn't necessarily like what I listen to. I've always had like an ear for music. So it was like, okay.
Now, when it comes to your music, what would you say is like the message that you would want people to grasp from it?
I really just want people to like take, like, I'm just having fun, I want you to listen to my music when you're about to go out with your friends, or, even if you're having a bad day. Like, I know some people don't like listening to sad music. They want to listen to something that's gonna, like, I try to make music that's like, not, I'm really versatile. So I really like, and I'm still exploring what type of music I can make now. So it's like, I just want to make music for like everyone, but it's really like for myself.
Right. Would you say, have you took any risks as far as pursuing your music career right now?
I had like a teaching job, and I also graduated trade school for IT. So kind of said, forget all of that. I can't focus and do this if I'm here and there and there. I need to just be here. So I feel like everything I'm doing now, like, I mean, the money I make from the club, if I make 3K, 15 of that, it's going straight to my music. Like, I'm doing a video, giving my producer money for studio time, and then now marketing stuff, because I'm starting to get into that now. So it's like, whatever I have, it goes straight into me. I take that risk like every week. I mean, I make a song on Monday, by Friday I'm trying to shoot the video, and I'm trying to set up plans to, like, now I'm getting a little more organized in how I lay out things for myself. But I like, what's the word? I like think fast I'm like about action, basically. Like as soon as I think about something and I have my mind to it, I just go and do it. I don't like to wait or procrastinate.
Like, I have to give you your flowers because your music is really good.
Thank
It's
you.
actually, it's quality music. And I'm not gonna lie, when we be hearing artists on reality shows, we be, not take it as serious. But I will say that you can tell that you really enjoy the art of music.
Yeah, it's fun. I really do like it. Like, it's so much fun to me. It's like definitely a stress reliever. Like, sometimes I just want to go to the studio and just write. I don't even want to be wanting to like record. Sometimes I just want to be in the studio. Like, it's just so like, it's a definite safe space for me. Like, a lot of people, I'm trying to work on, I guess I'd be kind of like talking about fighting in my songs a little. And I'm trying to like, steer away from that now because honestly, I didn't realize that I'd be, telling my story a little bit in my music and I'd be kind of releasing my anger through it. Yeah. It's like nowadays, I don't be trying to fight and all that stuff. So it's like, I'm gonna talk about it in my song though.
I'm gonna talk about you.
And one of my like influences, and a lot of people can tell, and a lot of people say this, that I remind them of her, is Rico Nasty. And we, from the same place or whatever. Yeah. So, my favorite song, well, I have a lot of favorite songs by her, but like my favorite song is definitely Smack a Bitch. So that energy be just coming into me a little sometimes. And I be like, yeah, because I'll smack a bitch too. Right. But like in reality, like it's not for me, it's for y'all. Like for the girls who do still be fighting and all that stuff. Right, or like the girls who like just want to feel that like, a little aggression a little bit.
I love it. I'm here for it. Now let's get into Make It Rain with Sid and Shady J. We got to talk about how that song came about, and you also just dropped the visual for it. So yeah, you got to tell us all about that.
Yeah, so y'all have to tap in. Go click the link in my bio. I'm gonna give y'all my Instagram at the end. And the YouTube link is right in my bio. So that song came about, I wanted to make like a little bouncy type of song. Something cool, something fun. They my first feature, by the way.
Really?
I want to applaud to them. Y'all are my first feature. They, I really like appreciate their music. Like I listen to them, and then I was listening to like some of the features they've done. I'm like, they are really killing it. Like y'all gotta get on a song with me. And then just so happened we have friends of friends, and I'm like, as a person, I fuck with them too. But so it was nothing too, like they fucked with me too. So it was like, what, they charge for features and stuff. So it was just like a mutual agreement, like type of thing. Then we got the video done. It did take us a little while to get the video done, but we got the video done. And it came out great for the circumstances. Like, y'all wouldn't even be able to tell that Sid had her kids with her. and she has twins, by the way. So I think they're both like 3 or 2 maybe. So you can only imagine. And they're boys. So, they're like, Mom. She's like, I'm trying to record a video. And we're in a mall. We get chased around the mall by security. We got kicked out the mall.
Ooh, girl, y'all had a time.
It's always a time with me. Look, don't ever come with me and think everything's just gonna be normal. It's always an adventure.
Oh my God.
Even the most simplest things is gonna be an adventure with me every time.
I love that. And you also dropped Bussit as well, so take us through that.
So that's like my #1 song. Like when I go and check my numbers, Bussit right there. Actually, I lied. It's right now. My very first song is my #1 song still. Then it's Bussit, and then it's the Make It Rain song now with Sid and Jay.
It's doing numbers.
That song is doing so well. I'm like so happy. Like people are like, can y'all do a tape? Can you get more music?
Yeah, when are you gonna drop a tape? Because I looked at your catalog and I noticed it's all singles right now.
A lot of people have been asking me that, so I'm gonna let y'all know. Hopefully, y'all, please. I don't want to say, you don't want to say things and it don't happen, but in December, my birthday month, I'm going to try to give y'all a tape. We going to try. That's 2 months from now. Y'all think I can do it?
Girl, you can do anything. You just got to make sure that you in your mind, you already know that you're gonna drop a tape on your birthday. Just make sure you work towards it and don't let nothing get in the way of it. Mm-hmm. And you can drop it.
We gonna aim for December. I'll let y'all know though when the dates are getting closer.
Now, outside of, we gonna manifest it on the porch. So outside of you dropping your tape in December, what else can we expect from you this year?
I am supposed to be on season 3 of a show called South Central Baddies.
Oh, I'm already up to date with that. I know what that is. Girl.
So they just got picked up by a network now that's TV. Mm-hmm. So the season did get postponed to November. I was supposed to literally be leaving in October. But, you know, hopefully I just start seeing my face more. I don't know where, but somewhere.
No, I love it. Now, before we wrap up, do you have any advice that you would like to give or any last words or shout outs?
I want to give a shout out to Angel Girl Avenue on the lashes. I also want to give a big thanks to my producer for helping me, get this interview. His name is Static. And then I also want to say, to the people that are watching, on some motivational stuff, I don't want to say live life with no regrets, but do you, be yourself. Don't let nobody tell you what to do, steer you away from what you want to do. Chase your dreams to the fullest extent. You're gonna feel better knowing that you tried than you will feel if you didn't try. So that's all I have to say.
I stay in my lane, but shitting on bitches became a new hobby. I'm with your nigga, he clean me on spot. If I cut you off, I know that you're sorry. They took advantage, so now I be charging. Know that I got